So in today's lecture, I am going to teach you all about the second isomorphic theorem. Okay, I am going to do this second isomorphism theorem. Okay, so let me start. So you all can take down this second isomorphism theorem. If K is less than G, that is K is a subgroup of G. Okay, if K is a subgroup of G and N is normal subgroup of G, then you all have K upon K intersection N is isomorphic to Kn upon N. Okay. Now moving towards the next part, that is, let us start with the proof. Okay, what we need to prove over here is this: K upon K intersection N is isomorphic to Kn upon N. This is what we have to prove. Okay, so let me start. Proof: since K is less than G and N, this is a normal subgroup of G. Now it implies that Kn is a subgroup of G and N is normal in Kn. Okay. Now since N is normal in Kn, we define, since your N is normal in Kn, we define this. So basically what we do is we take the left coset. So we define Kn upon N is equal to Kn, this is small k, okay, small kn into N, where this small kn belongs to capital Kn. Okay. So for small kn, N, where Kn belongs to Kn. Okay. Now this is equal to what? Kn, where this k belongs to K. Small k belongs to capital K, it is. Okay. Now moving towards the next step, that is this. So define an onto map. So what we have to do is we have to define it. Now we need to check if f is okay. So define an onto map. Okay, f from K to Kn upon N such that f of K is equal to Kn for all K belongs to capital K. This is small k belonging to capital K. Okay. Now we need to check if f is well defined. Okay. Now we need to check if f is well defined. Okay. Now to see if f is well defined, right? F is well defined. So there is a condition, right? So K1 is equal to K2. Now this implies that K1 into N is equal to K2 into N. Okay. Now this implies f of Kn. Why? Because what is Kn is equal to f of K. So we are using this over here. So it will be f of K1 is equal to f of K2. So now this implies that f is well defined, right? So now moving towards the next part, now we have to see if f is homomorphism. Okay. Now we have to check that if f is homomorphism. Okay. F is homomorphism. Now to see f is homomorphism, what we need to do is f of K1 K2 is equal to K1 K2 into N. Now take K1 into N and K2 into N. Okay. Now what is this? What condition we are using over here? We are using the condition this: f of K is equal to Kn. So f of K1 of N is equal to f of K1. K2 of N is equal. This is f of K2. Now this implies that f is homomorphism, right? Now by fundamental theorem of homomorphism, what we do is, I hope you all can see. So okay, let me read it one more time. By fundamental theorem of homomorphism, K upon kernel of f is isomorphic to f of K, which is equal to kn upon n, right? Now what is k upon kernel of f is isomorphic to, we can write this kn upon n over here because this is equal to this, right? So what we do is we write k upon kernel of f is isomorphic to kn upon n and take it as equation 1. Okay, now what we need, we have, okay, I hope you all can see this clearly. Okay, let me. Now to show that kernel of f is equal to k intersection n. Now what we need to show that kernel of f is equal to k intersection n. Okay, because we got this part. Okay, the statement of the proof you all can see. We need only this kernel of f to be k intersection n. Okay, now we need to prove that. Now k upon kernel of f is isomorphic to kn upon n. This is some, okay, this is what we have as equation 1. But before that we need to prove that f is onto. Okay, now we have okay, so we have to show that f is onto. Okay, for any y belonging to kn upon n, okay, there exist k, small k belonging to capital K, such that f of k is equal to y. Okay, so this what is f of k is nothing but kn, right, is equal to k dash of n. Kn is equal to k dash of n. Now this implies that, now what I have done is over here is I have taken this k to the other side. So k dash, k inverse k dash belongs to n. Now this implies that this k dash, okay, it belongs to kn. So k inverse, I have taken it towards the right side, so the inverse will go, right? Now this implies that k dash is equal to kn. This is small kn. Okay, now for some n belongs to n, capital N. Now this implies that k is equal to k dash into n inverse. Now this implies that f is onto. Okay, now we got, now we can see that f is onto over here. Okay, now we have to show that kernel of f is equal to k intersection n. Okay, so what we need to do is, so we take the element over here first. Okay, so take the element x which belongs to kernel of f. Now this implies that f of x is equal to n. Now f of x is nothing but what? It is xn is equal to n. Now this implies that x belongs to n. Okay, f of x is given by xn. Okay, here f of x is given by xn which is equal to n. Now this implies x belongs to n. Now since kernel of f is less than k, it implies that x belongs to k. Okay, you all can take down this part. Okay, then I'll move forward. Now this implies that x belongs to k intersection n. Okay, now therefore kernel of f is equal to k intersection n. Now this is because kernel of f is a subset of k intersection n. Okay, now we write x belongs to k intersection n. Now what is x belongs to k? Now x belongs to here kernel of f. So kernel of f is equal to this k intersection n. Now you all are using the using in equation 1. Okay, you all are using this in equation 1. So what you will get in place of what you all have, so in place of kernel of f, what you all are going to write? K intersect, because kernel of f is equal to k intersection n, we have proved. So k upon k intersection n is isomorphic to kn upon n. Okay, so okay, note, if G is finite, then order of kn is equal to order of k into order of n upon order of k intersection n. So we have written this in this form. Okay, So basically what you'll have to know is, so we are done this theorem, that is second, we are done with the second isomorphism theorem. Okay, now I will be in the next class I will be proving the third isomorphism theorem, and I hope you all have understood, and thanks for watching.